Hi everyone, surprise! My name's Anne-Marie and I'd like to welcome you to my 500th episode and my 500th tutorial for Anna Griffin supplies. I thought I'd mix it up a little bit this time. We're going to have it in two parts because the first part is going to be me chatting away to you and reading some of your messages and some of your questions, and then my second part is going to be the actual tutorial for the 500th episode. Now you might want to go get yourself a cuppa, sit down, kick off your slippers and relax, because you know, with it being a two-parter and it being a bit different, it's going to be extra special and it's going to involve you. So I thought we'll start off with a few questions. So over the last coming weeks, I asked people on Facebook and when I did a few of the tutorials to send me in any questions you might have. So I'm going to start off and read a few out and hopefully give you a few answers. So the first question, now I've got to admit this is kind of a recurring question. Now this comes from Marcia Getty, and Marcia writes, I'd really love to see a video of your craft room where the master works. It's not really a question, but I would find it really interesting to see a creative and organisational perspective. So Marcia, I've also had that question from somebody else, and that was from Carol Joe. Now she said, referring to you as she, how do you come up with such wonderful creations? I seem to stumble along, build a card until I'm satisfied, and I'm sure your work area is well planned, not as mine is, but I would love to see your craft room. Organisation might just be the answer to creativity, but where does one start? Well, here's a picture of my crafty space. So as you can see, my crafty space, it's not that well organised and it's probably quite messy compared to some of yours, but that's where I do my thing. I think creativity just happens, and I really don't think being organised helps, apart from to be able to find what you've got to be organised. I think creativity just happens as you start playing with the items that you've got. Maybe a few of my tutorials might help. I don't know. I think that's the sort of the $6 million question. Okay, so our next question is from Doris. Now, Doris has asked me to make videos for shaker cards with inserts and to use the confetti dies, and she's gone on to say that hers seem quite thick. Now, I've already actually done some videos and tutorials with the shaker cards. So what I'm going to do is, Doris, I'm going to write back to you and I'm going to give you the links and everything for those. Now, Doris has also gone on to say that she loves everything I do. So thank you very much, Doris. And thank you for your questions. I'm not reading them all out because I want to get through the messages, because there's so many gorgeous messages from everybody. The questions mainly related around how do I use this die, how do I use that stamp. And I think we cover that in the tutorials more than me just answering those for the 500th episode. Now your messages, I've got a real stack of messages here, and I'm going to read them really quick. But I want to read out as many as I possibly can. So we're going to start with Irene. Irene says, congratulations on your upcoming 500th video. Thank you very much, and that's best regards, Irene. And we have just a little note to say thank you for all you do on YouTube. You are the first video that I watch when I'm on YouTube. I have just about every product of Anna Griffin, and you will laugh when I tell you when watching some of your videos that I say to the screen, no, put the bow somewhere else. No, don't cover that beautiful paper. Only you can see a portion of it. Sharon, I'm just the same, but we have to put our bows on the paper somewhere. And I know so many of you scream at the screen as well and think the same as Sharon. But, you know, it's one of those things. If you don't put a bow on it, don't. It's entirely your creativity. I just want to feed you the ideas of what you can do. So Sharon goes on to say, continue to do your videos. They're all great. Thank you for all that you do. And that's Sharon from across the pond, upstate New York. Thank you very much, Sharon. So next we've got having an extensive stash of gorgeous Anna Griffin products. I'm always looking for YouTubes for instruction and inspiration. About 3 years ago I came across a lovely English woman who produced excellent videos showcasing Anna Griffin products. I really enjoyed watching Anne-Marie from the very first because she is so well prepared for each project. Each and every one is just beautiful. There's no umming and ahhing around with Anne-Marie. She is completely prepared, never leaves her seat to go searching for tools and supplies, doesn't go off on tangents talking about things that have nothing to do with what she's doing, speaks clearly and in her lovely accent, her lovely English accent even. I've always felt that Anne-Marie goes the extra mile to produce an excellent tutorial, and I appreciate every second that she's done. I admire her imagination and creativity so much that I've enjoyed developing a friendship across the world with her, and that's from my lovely friend Chris. So thank you very much, Chris. Next, Anne-Marie, I love all your videos. You make them so easy to understand and follow along, and that's from Stormy Miller. Thank you very much, Stormy. You've got the most beautiful name. So thank you for contributing and telling me you enjoy them. Next, I have learnt so much from card making from watching your tutorials, and I've made cards for my friends which they've all loved. Keep up the good work, and that's from Joanne. And that's from, as she describes herself, the girl from the US who shares my birthday. So thank you very much, Joanne, for that. Next, we have, you see I'm rushing, I know, I'm sorry, it's just I'm very conscious of the time and what we have to get through. And I want to involve as many people as I possibly can. I've discovered Anna Griffin products on HSN just last July. I've purchased a Christmas card kit and had so much fun making the cards, I started searching for more information and ideas, and I found you on YouTube. Watching your videos and series is truly inspirational. You literally showed me how to think outside the box, showing us all so many different ways to use the products we have. My friends and family love receiving my cards and it brings them joy. I'm obsessed with your videos and I can't wait for each new post. I find myself viewing your older posts as well between current posts. I was disappointed last year that I was unable to attend Anna Griffin's Create 4 and I missed the opportunity to meet you. I did manage to get a ticket for this year and I look forward to the Anna Griffin experience this year. Thanks so much for what you do. As always, I'm waiting for your next post. And that's from Donna Weaver, and she's from across the pond. Now, Donna, thank you so much. Yes, big disappointment not to meet you at Create 4. I hope you have a great time at Create 5. I can't say, I don't know if I'm going. I really don't know. So I will know a lot later on in the year if I'm going to be there or not. So, but you will have a good time whether I'm there or not. Okay, moving on. Congratulations on your 500th episode. What an achievement. I love how you can make a very complex looking project so easy with your clear, concise instructions. And that's from Julie Fallon. Thank you very much, Julie. Next, you have no idea how much you've inspired me. I found you on New Year's Eve 2018. And I've watched every one of your videos at least once. I'm sorry, I just can't imagine anybody binge watching me. Okay, so I've watched every one of your videos at least once. I began card making in 2018 September and I'm obsessed. I mainly use Anna Griffin papers and dies and I especially love the way you decorate the insides of your cards. It makes such a difference. At this point I've completed about 200 cards. Holidays, birthdays, get well, etc. And if I say so myself, they're all beautiful. I love being creative and especially enjoy creating my own masterpieces from scratch, like you do. I even have friends who have purchased my creations. The dies can be used in so many ways. I always look forward to Mondays and Fridays to watch what you have in store for us. Congratulations on your 500th Anna Griffin card. I can't wait to see it. And that's from Kathy Harris and she's in USA. Thank you so much, Kathy. You know what? If you're a new card maker and you've only just found me and you've made 200 already, Good on you. Okay, so next we have, I look forward to your tutorials every week, and I find your ideas varied and innovative, and the manner of explanation superb. Really happy to recommend you to any crafter, advanced or novice. Please keep making your videos, and that's from Suzanne Paddison. So thank you very much, Suzanne. Don't worry, I shall keep making them. We'll all be back to normal for 501, and you won't have to see this ugly mug. Right, so next we've got Dear Anne-Marie. You have not only taught me several tips, but you are inspiring with your talents. I have learnt so much. I have learnt to be sure to have a nice crisp crease and use Anna Griffin stamps. I'm now using inks around the edges, which I've never done. I believe the most quality tip has been your generous talents to teach me how to use multi-layers. How to cut, how to divide die cuts, and how to mix different cardstock finishes and patterns. Thank you for sharing your lovely personality and fabulous talent. And that's from Annie Laura Pence. Thank you very much, Annie. Next we have, love your card tutorials and the fact that you use old and new Anna Griffin products. The directions are always easy to follow. Thank you. And that's from Pat Park. Thank you very much, Pat. Next we have, Dear Anne-Marie, congratulations on your 500th video. I love all your wonderful, creative, informative videos. You have such talent. Your videos are easy to follow and you give great tips. The end results are beautiful. Thank you, from Jane Forrest. Thank you very much, Jane. I appreciate everybody that's wrote in. And, you know, I'm doing my very best not to cry while reading these. Okay, moving on. Non-crying face. So the next one is from my friend Crystal Miller. And Crystal writes, I absolutely love to watch and learn from your tutorials. Several years ago I found you on YouTube just searching for people who used Anna's products, and never would have dreamt that I would later meet you in person, because myself and Crystal met at Create 4. Through our love of all things Anna, we became friends on separate continents, no less, and I found that you are truly one talented lady. I have learnt many things from you, but something you alone have taught me is how important it is to make the inside of a card personal and beautiful as well as the outside. So thank you for so much for sharing your creativity with all of us, and for the countless hours and planning you put into your projects that you graciously share with us. You have made an impact on everyone who watches your video. Love and hugs, Crystal. Thank you so much, Crystal. You know I appreciate it. Next up we have, Hi Anne-Marie. I ran across you on YouTube one day and I have been a fan ever since. I love the cards you create that all show you to be an artist with a natural talent. The way you blend the colours and the components together is phenomenal. I have been inspired in so many ways to get my own creative juices flowing and stop looking at my stash and doing something with it. Keep up your momentum, Anne-Marie. You are such an inspiration. And that's from Marie Ma. Thank you very much, Marie in Montana. I appreciate your kind words. Next up we have, Hi Anne-Marie. I've enjoyed and continue to enjoy your cards so much. Can't speak. Congratulations on your 500th Anna Griffin cards. I've jotted down a few of my thoughts as I was watching your tutorials, and I'd appreciate your creativity and thank you for sharing it with us. So this is actually from Linda in San Diego, and Linda's put, every day I try to include artistry in my day. Your tutorials are beautiful presentations that are part of fulfilling that aspect of my life. Next, Linda's put, I enjoy how you make your narrative personal during your tutorials. Sometimes it's like listening to a story and it makes me feel like I've had a nice visit. Your sense of humour is enjoyable. Sometimes I laugh out loud when you're saying something during the tutorial. So do I. You know, I don't plan what I'm going to say, it just happens. this doesn't work with this sometimes, and it just all blurts out. And lastly, Linda's put, the card you make is always beautiful and you use the products in very different creative ways. I learn from you while experiencing your artistry. Thank you so much, Linda. And I have to thank everybody who's wrote in. Now, I've got one final message. And this message says, whether you are an advanced crafter or just beginning, Anne-Marie's card making tutorials offer something very unique for everyone. She's always full of surprises. Thank you. And that comes from Anna Griffin. So there we go. I just hope that I, continue to bring you some fabulous tutorials. I'm going to try and bring you lots more scrapbooking, because I know a lot of you, you enjoy the scrapbooking. It's just for me, sometimes the scrapbooking takes a lot more preparation and finding the photos. I spend all my time doing the preparation for cards. I never have time to go anywhere to take photos. I just like to think that when you look at your crafty stash, and I don't even want you to think of me, I just want you to look at it and think, you know what, I can use that with that and that with that. And hopefully maybe just part of what I've done over the last couple of years has helped, and you have all become my friends, basically. So whether I've met you or not, I just enjoy creating the videos. I know I've said that so many times, and I thought it would be worthy to show my face on this one. So I did say that this is a two-parter, and what I thought was we'd split the part one into your gorgeous messages, and thank you again to everybody. And I know there's a couple that I haven't read off because there was just so many and so little time, because I have to keep it to sort of a time limit. It's only 30 minutes per section, so I can only chatter for 30, and then we've got the part 2. So what I thought was, that's why I split it, because that gives us more time and saves me having to rush. So what I thought was, the part 2, we're using a lot of my favourite products, and we're going to make this gorgeous easel card. Now, I'm using my favourite items because I thought over 500 tutorials, I just don't always use my favourites. I try to stay away from them a lot of the time. I know we had the mini-series for the easel card dies earlier this year, and it just warranted something a little bit different for the 500th episode. So please sit back, watch part 2 and enjoy it. And I just have to say, from me to you, thank you so much for watching part 1. I shall see you soon.